Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Page Bait. This is the show where I read some of the most popular novels, the first 3 pages anyway, and give you my real-time reaction. Now, I purposely tried to choose novels I know nothing about. That's right, I don't even read the description because let's be real, descriptions give away way too much information. Like, I don't even want to know if they're in the real world or a fantasy world. Anyway, today I looked up what are some of the most popular YA fantasy books at the moment, and one of them that came up on my radar was called A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. So, without further ado, let's dive into the Amazon preview and have a read through those first 3 pages. Anyone want to take a bet on whether this is one of those super dark and grungy fantasy worlds where you really don't care if the bad guy takes over because it's already like messed up in the first place and he can't make it much worse? Or is this going to be one of those nice fantasy worlds where, everybody gets along and people are friends and you're like, it would be a real shame if Lord Evil conquered everyone? I don't know. We'll see. Last week was a little bit more of the former, but let's dive in and have a quick read. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo, Amazon, Amazon. It's got a very pretty cover. That is very nice. Let's go ahead and read a sample. And let's go ahead and skip past all of this stuff because I don't care about any of this stuff. There's way too many pages here. Chapter 1. Now I'm like 95% sure this is a vellum template they're using right here, which means that this might be an indie author. And if this is an indie author, awesome job marketing your book and getting it to like New York Times bestseller list. That is amazing. Good for you. Good for you. Now, if this is a traditionally published book and they used a vellum template, what are you guys even doing? Vellum templates are for indie authors. If you are a traditional publisher, you should hire your own graphic designer. Otherwise, you're just a very lazy traditional publisher. I don't know. Anyway. Anyway, dive into chapter 1. I'm dreaming in Draconic again. Ooh, what's Draconic? The long, intricate sentences come to me more easily in sleep than when I'm awake, and just before I open my eyes, my mind settles on one word. Menki-yas. Menki-yas. What does it mean? How do you pronounce it? I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know. I roll over, the haze of sleep lifting quickly as the sunlight streams in through the sash windows. On the floor, tangled in a pile of blankets, my cousin Marquis snores. His father spent the night talking with Mama and Dad again, whispering about strikes and protests and dragonfire. Marquis's presence on my bedroom floor is becoming a regular occurrence. The clatter of pots and pans rings from the kitchen below, and I swing my legs off of the bed as realization settles on my stomach. The Chancellor of the Academy for Draconic Linguistics is coming for dinner. He's in my parents' house. Oh wait, here in my parents' house. Tonight. Oh no. She's going to get kicked out of school. I've been waiting for this day for weeks, no, months. Dr. Rita Hollingsworth is coming to see Mama to discuss her theory on dragon dialects, but it will be my chance to impress, and I almost don't dare hope, secure a summer apprenticeship in the Academy's translation department. Okay, so unlike the young people in Fourth Wing who are getting, taken away for some kind of like reaping thing, she just wants to get a scholarship to go to university, which is very nice for her. So I want her to get that. This seems like a much more happy world than the last work. Marquis, I throw a cushion at my cousin's head. Wake up! Marquis grunts into his pillow. For God's sake, Viv, I thought we were sleeping in. I don't know why I made him talk like that, but whatever. Too much to do, I reply. I have to be at the bookbinder's shop by 10. Is she a bookish girl? We dealing with another bookish girl here? I pull on my dressing gown and cross the room to the desk, where my professor's letter of recommendation lies crisp and smooth. The door opens with a bang, and Ursa bursts in, fully dressed. She's one of those annoying morning people, isn't she? Marquis groans as she tramples over to him and presses her rosebud lips on his ear. Cousin, oh, never mind. She whispers loudly, Are you awake? He is now, little bear, I laugh and open my arms to her. She's soft and warm and smells of milk and honey, which is much better than how I smell in the morning. Ursa, annoying morning person. Where are you going? I can't tell you, Ursa replies, her eyes growing wide. It's a secret place. A secret place? Marquis sits up, a devilish grin on his face. That's my favorite kind. Ursa giggles and lets me untangle her hair, which is caught in the fraying ribbon that holds up her class pass. Ursa Featherswallow, age 5, second class. Oh, okay. Okay, that made the everything above make a lot more sense. Okay. I turn the ribbon over in my hand and swear. Don't swear in front of your 5-year-old cousin. Oh my gosh. Ursa, I say, you should have asked Mama to replace this by now. You know not to risk losing your pass. I reach for my own pass, strung on a black velvet ribbon, and slip it around my neck. The thought of Ursa being stopped without her class pass fills me with dread. Uh-oh, is she gonna get raped if that happens? Those two words, second class, are the difference between having something and having nothing. Oh, so we're a little bit dark and gritty in this world, but maybe not as much as Fourth Wing, where everyone's just gravelly and depressed. My sister just frowns and points a finger at the wall behind my desk. It's decorated with paper clippings, sketches by Marquis of the different dragon species, my acceptance letter to the University of London. Okay. So not reading descriptions. I wasn't sure if this was kind of a Middle-earth fantasy world, or it's just some other place, or if this is like part of our world, but we've got London. Now it could just be London in a fantasy. I don't know. But this is the fun of not knowing anything about the book. When you jump in, I literally don't even know if this is our world or another world. But you know what? That just makes it fun. I brace myself for the question Ursa asks most days. Where is Sophie? That's her new voice now that I know she's 5. I turn reluctantly toward the painting, trying to ignore the sudden longing that floods through me. My own grinning face stares back at me, and, besides it, the face of my dearest, oldest friend. Sophie is dead. That I no, no. I've already told you, I say, cupping Ursa's face in my hands. She's gone away. So she's dead. It's kind of like when your dog dies and your mom's like, oh, he got donated to a farm. He's very happy. I haven't seen Sophie since the summer, since she failed the examination and was demoted to third class. In the space of a few weeks, she was forced to give up on our dream of attending university together and move away to her family's home in Marylebone to a halfway house in the third class quarter. I shudder at the memories of the results that day. Sophie's weak cry, the way she sank to the ground like a deflating balloon, the grim face of her father as he stooped to read the paper in her hand. The guilt rises like a tidal wave, knocking the breath from my chest. Sophie's third class now, Ursa, Marquis says, glancing at me nervously. I rip the painting from the wall. Ursa! Mama's voice calls up the stairs. I'm waiting for you, sweetheart. All right, we've reached page 3. My thoughts on these sisters and cousins have a very cute dynamic, so I like that, and I don't want Lord Evil to conquer them, so that's one thing. Still not sure. I mean, obviously something dark and suspicious is going on in this world if you can get demoted to third class and, like, disappeared. So that's interesting. But overall, I'm enjoying this quite a bit more than last week's book. I feel like I can get behind these people. I feel like I can root for them. I mean, our main girl here, she just wants to go to university. That's pretty normal. I'll root for that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll root for that. This is good. Good job. Good job with this book. So, as always, if there's any books you want me to react to that are super popular that I know nothing about, go ahead and leave a comment in the description. And as always, please like and subscribe to somebody else's YouTube channel because this one sucks. And until then, I will see you next week.